Okay, let's do our quick video here. Uh-oh. Okay. We have our delete, we have our get, we have our post. One thing I need to do now is I feel like I need to so my transform images is not gonna store it, it's just gonna return the bytes back. Just for simplicity, like I'm not really trying to get all into that, but it's just a really good way to get auth and like auth going and all that like fun stuff, you know. So yeah, this is the final step I just need to use. And yeah, that's all I need to do basically. Which is not that easy. Well, it's kind of easy. So I have the library. I downloaded. It's just a pure, simple thing here. Images.go. This is the image right here. Delete by ID. Get by ID. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. So the image, as in the processor. So obviously we have our like cruddy stuff here. Now transform. We do need to define the payload here, which let's do here. So we'll do obviously the image payload, and then the next one is type transform, I guess, operation payload. Right? Which will look like this one here. Go backend. Basically this. No, this. So transformation. So it will have yeah. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I can have that. So transformations, resize, crop. Okay. So what should it send? Which is just it's just transformations, right? Like transformation of type transformation, but we also need to define that, so we'll do type transformations. Okay, so then we do that. Okay, we'll have this here, and it'll have a few fields like resize, string, yeah. So this is the I'm going to make these pointers. I believe these are pointers. Transformation. Transformation. I spelled it wrong. Transformations, yeah. And inside transformation, there's a few ones. Resize, all of these resize, crop, rotate, format, and filters. But these are all, they all have their different stuff here going on. So resize should have a pointer of a resize, I guess. So I do the pointers so that it's easier to do. So resize should have basically size struct. It should have basically a width and a height. And we will put of type number. So probably maybe a float 32. That's a number though. Maybe it could be an int. Height. And then crop. Of course, this is just JSON. Resize. Crop. Crop. But if they do exist, they should. These are more quieter fields. So yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. These are. I think yeah. With height actually, it's with height. I guess X, Y, int, okay, now we have the crop, we have rotate. Rotate we can just put as a string, JSON, oops. Oh, it's a number? Yeah. So we'll just do an int. Wait, what does rotate mean? Okay, what do we have here? Rotate. Blur, sharpen, adjust contrast, open. Resize. I don't know where rotate would be. I need the full documentation. Imaging is a simple image processing for Go. Okay, what other methods do you have? Let me see, rotate. Okay, it does have rotate. Okay, so an image.image 270. Okay. It is supposed to be number. So yeah, rotate. Yeah, rotate. Well, it's actually the angle that matters. Maybe a float instead. Let's do that. Float 64. Format. I'm gonna remove the format one. I don't think that matters. Let's do filters. So filter. Top filters struct. So filters, we have this here. Okay, now do we have any filters from this thing? Let's do blur. Maybe blur instead of filter? I don't know. I guess, wait, so here is grayscale and sepia. So grayscale, I think that's true, or it's like a boolean. Oh, these are all required for sure. JSON, grayscale. Sepia. Okay, so now we have our of course we want this to be optional. JSON filters, yeah. So true. So this could be true or false, basically. Okay, so we have that going on. Now the payload is transform payload is transformations. Obviously have that. And obviously, transform image, the ID, I think it's of type string. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Because I think I have a function that does that. UUID. I do have it, yeah. I do have a function that gets me the UUID from our middleware. Okay, so we have our transform, UI transform payload, transformation. Okay, now we have our things we want. Crop. So I have an idea, one thing though. Let me see something real quick. So let's do imaging.open, right? Okay, I just want to see what. Oh, it's called imaging. What does this take? An image.image. Okay. And I believe all the operations, like, for example, like blur. Oh, okay, this is how it works. So imaging dot blur. So what is, okay, that's what I want to know. An image.image. But what is an image.image? Okay, so I have no idea what the image.image is. Right? I just wanted to know if once I pull the stuff out from the S3 right here, right, I can get by image ID. So, okay. Okay, so that's what I need to do. I have the decoder here. And yeah, okay, I can pass in a reader, which is exactly what I need. Right? Read closer. I see. Okay, so now we know I have encode and decode, so I can actually start writing this cleaner. So we can have the image now and a potential error because there's decoding here, which actually returns the type we want. So first I need to get the image, right? So we'll do get yeah, p dot get image by ID. We'll obviously put context. Oh wait, I should probably pass in the context as well. Then the ID, and that should be good enough. And then this will return three things, which is the reader, content type, and error. And if error does not equal nil, okay, I should probably return bytes though, bytes, so I can write it to the thing, byte, and then probably an error. Return nil, error. Okay, so that's perfectly good. Get image by ID, so we have the ID. And yeah, now we have the reader. Now we can call our imaging service or imaging library. We'll do I think imaging dot decode dot the reader, right? And we'll return that. Of course, we'll handle the error. Actually, we don't need to do this here. Which actually, yeah, it is. If error does not equal nil, error nil error, and then content. I should probably put something here. So image error imaging dot decode. Now we can apply the transformation based off the payload, right? Like we have a whole bunch of stuff here, and yeah. Okay, so now we'll do like, you know, like if something something, if something doesn't exist. So first we'll start with the order. So there is a resize. So let's start with the resize. So if transform payload dot resize does not equal nil, we'll do something here. We'll do a bunch of if statements here, right? So there'll be resize. There's also what? Crop. What else is there? Crop, rotate, and then what else is there? Filters, right? And that should be a decent amount, I think. Of course, we'll turn. Actually, we'll have the like buffer. Call it b buffer dot buffer, and then there's an error here. We'll do imaging dot encode the image to actually to where, right? I think the destination is to the writer, which is our b here, or the address b. Where is address b? And then obviously your image, and then format. We'll obviously just do the content type. Oh shit, how do I? Okay, format is like a numeration here. Okay. Right, and then we'll do if content type equals, I forget how it looks like. Database. Let me upload an image real quick. It's image/png. I think it's PNG. Imaging.jpg. Of course, we already handled this. Now we can return the bytes. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Image, no, it's the format, yeah. Okay, so then we do all of our transformations here, like, so like if there's a resize, then apply those functions onto the thing, and pretty straightforward. Actually, yeah. So get by image by ID, so that's perfect. Filters, crop, you know. Yeah. Okay, let's do the rest tomorrow. I think it's a good starting point. I gotta start using this more actually. Oops. Manage all stage just committed. Added imaging library and set up logic for image transformation. All right, see you guys tomorrow.